Hey. It's on me. Right, let me get this other screen up, which I should have done before I opened the microphone. But here we are. So, yeah. Back on a Monday for a little bit. I'm gonna see how this feels, because I kind of got to a point where Monday streams were just not working for me for some reason. And I think now that I've kind of taken a break from them, I kind of want to see if I still feel that way. So, mini Monday stream. I was tempted to put mini as in Minnie Mouse, but I decided no. Although I probably should have, because that would have been cute. But since this is not going to be a mini-centric session, it's going to be a bit random, because Dark Horror, I still have lots to do in this game. But first things first, I'm gonna go check out Scrooge's shop, see what he's got. As I always do. Although, I'm finding less and less. What I would like, and I will say that this is actually one of those things where, oddly enough, I have the same request for Disney Dreamlight Valley as I do GTA Online. Can we have some more hair options, please? I want more hair options. Because I seem to kind of cycle through the same ones, because I prefer my characters to have longer hair, like I do. You know, that's pretty much the one thing I can match with all of my characters, is that long hair and glasses. and white, obviously.
What a great day for
But
sailing.
yeah, I would like some more long hair options, and also just some like plain hair options, you know? Because some of the updos, don't get me wrong, some of the updos are very cute. Ooh, ceiling light I don't have.
Hello.
Other teacups. This actually reminds me of a girl I was in college with. She had a little side business where she went around local charity shops and bought crockery. You know, like cups and saucers. And then what she would do is put them into she'd put candles in them. She'd like make her own candles and put the candles in the cups and then sell them. Hey Barry. Yeah, need more wings. Although I do like these wings I have,
As bright as my money.
but you can never have too many pairs of wings. You can never have too many wings. Do I want that pennant? Do I? Do I or don't I? I've already got one. I don't remember getting that, but apparently I already have one.
Did you know you're practically everyone's hero here?
So how you doing, Barry? You feeling good? I woke up actually kind of hyped, 'cause it's like, yay, Rumble Week! And then I remembered, oh, the Rumble's in Saudi. So, like, yay time zone. But then, you know. There's still that sort of the unspoken or very spoken by people much more informed on the subject than me. Yeah, and I do think it's unfair to the vast majority of Saudi people. But yeah, it's just... It's such a negative thing. And it's always been this kind of... There's always been this kind of weird air around it. Like, they obviously have to talk about it and promote it because they're, like, contractually obliged, but... Yeah, there's just this kind of... I will say something I have liked, and though I do realise by saying this before Raw is on air, I could potentially jinx it. But there's not been that many declarations for the Rumble. Like, I don't know...
It's nice to see the sunshine.
Oh,
'cause it's something I always have a bit of a...
well, look who it is.
I suppose it's kind of like a sort of pet peeve. I think there should be a limit on the amount of people who are allowed to declare for the Rumble before it happens. I seriously do. I don't think, because it's a 30-person Rumble, I don't think there should be more than 10. Although, actually, now I've said that, how many people have actually already... Because, alright, okay, you could argue that Roman didn't declare he was announced, but you sort of figured that he'd come back. So, Royal Rumble. I'm just looking how many people have actually declared for the Rumble already. Okay. What? There's been... Oh my god. There was me saying, oh, there's not going to be more than 10. 15 women have declared for the Rumble. That's half the field. For goodness sake. That's half the field declared for the Rumble. For the women's one. There's 9 men declared. Yeah. Because you've got Io, Rhea, Roxanne, Liv, Raquel, Bailey, Lyra, Asuka, Chelsea, Jordan, Charlotte, Alexa, Nia, Lash, and Julia. Then on the men's side, you've got... Well, Cody was the first one. Then you've got Gunther, Jay, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Penta, Roman, Solo, and Jacob. Oh, I'm annoyed that there's... I'm annoyed about that. I'm annoyed that there's so many women that have declared for the Rumble. And you know there's probably going to be a couple more on Raw tonight. Oh, we're going to know so many people that are going to be in the Rumble, and I don't like that. Although, I am intrigued to see... because they're meant to be talking more about 2K26 tonight, aren't they? Because I know they've announced the There's the Attitude Era edition, and there's the Monday Night War edition. Which makes me think if those are special editions, like if those are the sort of the tiered editions, like you get tiers of extra content, who's the cover athlete? And then also, is there more than one? Because in recent years there has been more than one. Unless it's already been revealed and I've somehow missed it. Because I've been kind of looking at other stuff. Although I will say, I am very happy the Super Mario Galaxy movie put out the first look of Yoshi. And Yoshi is adorable, so I am happy at the adorableness of Yoshi. Okay, racking up the night thorns. Because there's still a few days left on this Star Path. I think there's what, a little over a week left, I want to say. Because it wouldn't surprise me if they went straight into the Valentine's content. Although I'm trying to remember the roadmap to see, cause I'm trying to remember if there's any, like, what's coming in the spring. Because Disney Dreamlight Valley usually does things by season, so it's like there's like a spring thing, a summer thing. I'm still on the look for Night Thorns. Because I have that second task with them. Actually, Barry, you up for answering a question that's kind of been mulling in my head most of the day? I'm sort of intrigued to get other people's answers about it. So, I've been sort of thinking about... It was one of those things where I was thinking about games I hadn't played. But then I sort of thought, what about games I didn't finish? Because I'm one of those, for the most part, I will try and get through a game. But there's some games I've started them and it's just, for various reasons, I've just not finished them. And I was kind of wondering if, like, if you had anything like that. Hey, Skinny. Why didn't I pierce cat my edges? Look, the man is stressed, okay? The man is stressed. You know. The man has to resist the urge to, like, not punch Logan Paul in the face every time you see him. Because I know that would be difficult for me. It's like, I know that would be extremely difficult for me to be in the same building as Logan Paul and not just want to absolutely punch him until his face breaks into millions of pieces. Or something of that ilk. Yeah, whether it was, you know, like you got a game and then you sort of got into it and it's like it wasn't for you, or you just got to like because I know there's been a couple of games I got to a point where I just got stuck and I'm just like, I'm not playing this anymore. I'm not playing this anymore. I can't get past this. I don't know what to do, so I'm not playing it anymore. And I just kind of wondered, like, what those games were for other people. Because I know what they are for me. There's one from my childhood. And then there's two from when a bit more recent. One I think will surprise people. And then there's one I think, okay. Still on the look for night thorns.
Oh, the flowers are going to love this.
I suppose I should also look at where I could get purple gems. Oh, inventory's full. Okay. I need to deal with that first before I go and do anything else. Hello! Hey, Lamath. How are you doing? Ah, so do you two like the real-time strategy? Or cause that was one type I never really got into. I mean, I suppose the closest I ever got to that was I like the Civilization games. But they're not real-time. Although is XCOM a real-time strategy? Because I have played XCOM. I wasn't very good at it, but I have played it. Yeah, see, I played Civilization 2 growing up. I think I actually still have it. I still have it somewhere. Civilization 2. It's actually how I came to remember the opening line of the start of the prologue in Henry V. I love that whole prologue, but that game actually helped me remember a chunk of it. Not exactly useful to me now, but it is a great opening line. Total War. Okay, I know. Again, that was. I seem to have kind of missed a whole load of things because yeah, I never really. Let's say Civilization games was the closest I got. But yeah, I played Civilization 2, and then I didn't actually come back to it properly until 6. I haven't tried 7 yet, though. I haven't tried Civilization 7. I've seen some gameplay and I'm intrigued, but I haven't actually had the chance to play it. I need to make sure I've not got the box open when I do that. There we go. That makes it a bit easier to see. But so yeah, I can give you the 3 that popped into my head when I was thinking about this. So the one I never finished when I was a kid, purely because if you've ever played it, you know which level I'm about to rant about. Battletoads. See, I quite liked 6. I quite enjoy 6. I want to say in... I think I've got 4 as well. I'd have to double check. I'd have to check which ones I have. Right, what have I still got? Okay, I think this is just gonna have to go in a random box. But yeah, because I got, which ones have I got? I'm trying to find the right game library that it's in, and I can't find it. Because this is the thing, I have, I didn't actually realize how many, like, libraries I have games on. Until I actually sort of went through them, and it's... I actually sort of sat and looked through them all, and it's like, oh, good grief, I have so many games. Too many games, not enough space. But yeah, I want to say I've got 2 somewhere. I actually have a physical copy of 2. I've definitely got 6. I think I've got 4 and 5 somewhere. I'm pretty sure I've got 4. I'm not 100% sure on 5 though. Let's see, I was trying to remember which game library they're in, and... yeah, that one's not ringing a bell. So yeah. I don't know how many people here have ever played Battletoads, or specifically Battletoads and Double Dragon. But mainly Battletoads. There is a certain part of that game. It annoys me as a child, it annoyed me as a child, and infuriated me as an adult. Like, I got... That was like my first proper thing of like proper like gamer rage. Like, I had to have the controller taken off me gamer rage. If you've played it, you know what I'm talking about, but it's... I'm trying to remember when Battletoads came out. I want to say it was early 90s, because I definitely played it when I was like a little kid. And... But yeah, there's a tunnel part that you have to do. You're basically on like this kind of hover bike kind of thing. Tecmo, Super Bowl, Nintendo, and NHL. Oh. See, I never got around to playing the NHL games. I played the NBA games because my brothers had those when I was a kid. Hang on, I'm getting a million notifications off. Streamlabs at the bottom here. Like, what is going on? Frames are dropping. But yeah, there is a point in Battletoads. I think it is actually called the Turbo Tunnel. But yeah, it's fairly early on in the game. You're on this kind of like hover bike thing, and you're side on, and you've got to get through, got to get past like a bunch of obstacles and everything. But the problem is you have to be absolutely perfect because with it being early on in the game, you don't have a lot of health. So you can only make like 2 or 3 mistakes. So you have to be near enough perfect. And it gets faster as you go along. And it was something I was genuinely curious how they were going to deal with it when the game was rebooted a few years ago. And somehow, they managed to make it even more annoying. Because they took it from side-scrolling to head-on. As in, you are behind... You're obviously playing third person. So you are behind your chosen toad. As you're trying to go through this, but it's... Let's say, there is a minuscule margin of error. And yeah, because of that one part, I have never finished the original Battletoads, nor have I finished the new one. Or the newer one, 'cause it's been a few years ago now since it came out. Then there have been points in games where I do get annoyed. There's 2 parts. As much as I love the Assassin's Creed franchise, there are 2 parts that annoy me. One is in Assassin's Creed 2, one is in Assassin's Creed 3. Now, the Assassin's Creed 2 one, if you just played the regular version, it is avoidable because it's technically part of a DLC. But if you play it in the Ezio collection, the DLC is integrated into the story, so you have to play it. And it's part of the Bonfire of the Vanities mission. You have to take out the lieutenants of someone called Savonarola. And obviously with it being Assassin's Creed 2, there was still that you have to have complete stealth or you fail. There's no getting around it. And again, minuscule margins of error.
sure is a pretty night.
And we are talking absolutely minuscule. Ah, okay. There, that's handy. Donald's here. But with the help of my brother, I was able to get through it. Same with the there's a part in Assassin's Creed 3 where in like the modern day you have to go through a stadium. There is one particular part of that which is very, very finicky. Again, tiny margin of error. So yeah, those bugged me, but I was still able to finish the games. So they just go down as annoyances. But ones I started and didn't finish. One of them, in fact, I'm probably gonna go back to both of them, to be honest, at some point.
Filling an entire
Oh, there's
day
an ad.
with interesting things is far easier here at home.
I will wait until the ad is done to explain. The okay. Okay, so ad is done. So yeah, as I was saying before the ad popped up, the games I started and didn't finish, that I probably will go back to at some point. One of them is Borderlands. And the other is The Witcher 3. Those, so yeah.
Have a bull market day.
Battletoads from when I was a kid, and Borderlands and The Witcher from being an adult. But yeah, specifically the first Borderlands and The Witcher 3.
One could get lost here in the best possible way.
Ever heard of the series No One Lives Forever?
Oh, I'm surrounded by fools.
Whoa, would you look at those stars?
Yeah, I'm looking at it and it's not. It's not familiar. But then again, with you saying it's a first person, that's maybe why. For the longest time, I avoided first person games. Like, if a game was first person, that was like an immediate no for me for so long. Just because I was obviously very, very used to playing the third person, and for some reason my brain just couldn't adjust to the first person. I mean, I didn't even play Skyrim until it got third person. And I'm trying to think, what was the first? And then, yeah, I was wrapping my brain out, and it wasn't until BioShock Infinite that I actually was like properly invested in a first-person game. Hey, Royal Mercy, yes, indeed. All hail Skyrim. All hail Skyrim. Damn it, I pressed the wrong button. So, yeah, it really wasn't until, yeah, probably BioShock Infinite that I was actually like, properly invested in a first-person game. Right. Purple gems, that's what I was going to look up. I think they've only really got amethyst. Yeah. Just got amethyst, and that is Frosted Heights and Forgotten Lands. Okay. Frosted Heights has a few mining spots, so that's useful. But yeah, for the longest time, if a game was first person, I was not interested at all. Oh, Unreal Tournament. Yeah. Again, those just kind of like pass me by. Because there are... But yeah, it did sort of get me thinking about sort of why I didn't finish games. And it's kind of making me wonder, I probably will go back to Borderlands and The Witcher at some point. The Witcher, I just... And I understand this is a common thing with people who play The Witcher 3, is there is a sort of opening point where, you know, the story doesn't progress as much. You're just kind of like learning the ropes and all this kind of thing, especially if you're new to the... If you're new to playing the franchise, which I was at that point. I tried to jump straight in at Wild Hunt. But yeah, I just couldn't connect with it. There was just something... Because you sort of think, you know, open world, RPG, magic, myths, creatures, sort of pseudo-medieval setting. It's like, that ticks a lot of boxes for me. With games and stories and stuff. That does tick a lot of boxes for me. But yeah, I just couldn't And you know, maybe that was a bit unfair of me. To kind of, I suppose, give up on it so easily. So I probably will go back at some point. Then there was just franchises, because there were franchises I never really got into. I never really played Call of Duty. I played a little bit of, I want to say, Ghosts? I want to say that was the one I played a little bit of. I want to say it was Ghosts. It's the one... I don't know how well-versed people in here are at Call of Duty, but I vaguely remember being strapped to the character being strapped to a chair. Is that Ghosts? But yeah, apart from that, I have not played any Call of Duty, and even then, I only did what, maybe what, a couple of hours. You know, it wasn't even like a long thing. Yeah, I've played a bit of Halo.
I don't think
I mean,
my ancestors ever imagined we'd voyage with.
When I kind of got into consoles for myself, I went Xbox. So obviously I've played Halo. Again, I'm not very good at it. Why did I do that?
Hope you have a bull market day.
Remember,
Um,
even miracles.
Oh, I was just thinking that's actually another one I started and didn't finish. Mass Effect Andromeda. I don't know why Halo made me think of Mass Effect. Probably because like similar settings and stuff like that, but yeah, I remember starting Mass Effect Andromeda, doing a couple of sessions, and then never really going back to it. Because it was one of those, I know Andromeda's launch was a mess. And the game was a mess to begin with, but it did get redeemed. It's like, I do think, you know, if you... And I think now this is where early access is a blessing. It gives devs a bit of grace time. I mean, there were always going to be that cross-section of Mass Effect fans who hated it just because it didn't have Shepard or any of the characters from the original trilogy. It's like there was no sign of those. So you're always going to get people who dislike the game purely on that principle, which is a bit unfair. It's unfair. It's unfair to the devs when people are like that. So yeah, I think... So I waited a bit of time after it had been launched, and it had been patched and various things, and because ooh, Far Cry. Again, another series I've not played. I've seen it, so yeah. And actually it was that was kind of what got me with Assassin's Creed, actually. Playing the first Assassin's Creed, that first time you can leave Masyaf and you're on horseback, you head out and it just opens up into this like stunning valley sort of landscape, and it's like, oh, this is stunning. See, now I'm trying to think the sort of big franchises that I've not played. Like, I've not played Final
Keep
Fantasy.
believing in yourself, and wonderful things are sure to happen.
Just trying to think. God, what else? Oh, I've not played Minecraft. Never played that. And you think that would appeal to me, the amount I played with Legos as a kid. And I still love Lego now. But yeah, never played Minecraft. I've only ever played GTA 5. I've not played any of the other games. What else? But yeah, not played Far Cry, not played Final Fantasy. I did play a little of Battlefield. Don't ask me which one. Although I am tempted to say it was maybe 2042, because I think I played it on Game Pass. Yeah, I've honestly just had no like no notion of going back and playing those games. It's like I'm perfectly fine just, you know, sticking to 5, playing. I've got back into playing online. I didn't play online for a while. But it was actually the Mansions update that brought me back in. Because it was that sort of interesting touch. It's like, okay. Because... I mean, it's not a spoiler because he's in the trailer. it brings Michael back into the story. And then obviously by doing so it kind of further, I suppose it sort of further cements which, because I'm going out on a limb here and assuming that you've played GTA 5, Lamath. And that when I talk about the endings, the 3 ending options, you'll know which one I mean.
Did you know you're practically everyone's hero here?
Ah, okay. So the crux of it is you get to the end of the story and you get 3 ending options. Because obviously you have the 3 characters. You have Michael, Franklin, and Trevor. The last part focuses solely on you play as Franklin. And time is up. Right. Fare thee well, you rage monster of a duck. Right, perfect appetizer. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go to the restaurants.
These fools
I've not done
have
that yet.
no idea what magic could become.
And Franklin gets presented with a choice. Oh, actually, I need to do the island first. And I forget which is which, but I think option A is Franklin and Michael team up to kill Trevor. I can't. Although actually, to be honest, I've not played options A and B. I've gone option C every time. Option A, Trevor dies. Option B, Michael dies. Option C, the 3 of them gang up and just take out everyone who's pissed them off across the course of the game. But there'd always been this kind of question, because there was the multiple endings, which one is regarded as the canon ending? So a lot of people now are actually kind of taking it as, well, if Michael is still around for the Mansions DLC, surely that has to mean that the option where you choose his death is non-canonical. You know, that's not the canon choice. So when he showed up in the trailer for the Mansions DLC, a lot of people just assumed, and I think kind of correctly so, to be honest, that option C is the canon ending. And the A and B are just optionals if you're curious. But it's more that C is the canon ending. But then of course it does raise the question of, will Trevor appear in a DLC? Because Franklin actually came out quite a while ago. The DLC with Franklin came in quite a while ago. And it does give you a good solo solo mission run. Although I will say the mission run they brought in with the Mansions DLC is actually pretty good. Oh, this is a puzzle. Okay. Do I have to bring gems of these colors? Yes, I do. Okay, so I have to bring gems with the colors of the lamps. Right, actually, what hot chocolate do I have to give? Okay, today's Monday, so that's mint. And there is the little hopper in question. Oh, okay, there's a thing here. This was closed before. Okay. I'm talking to a snowman. Okay. Have a nice look around the Winter Floating Festival. If you think you're up to the challenge, you can take my special quiz. Oh, they did this before with the Halloween one. Okay, let's get started. How many snow... Oh, good. Great. Right. No, I'm looking up the answers. I am looking up the answers. Okay. Sorry. I am looking up the answers. Right. I need the quiz. Okay, what day of the week does he want cherry? That is, out of those ones, Sunday. Okay, which animal is not on the carousel? A reindeer. Okay, who owns the ice skates on the top left of the skate rack? Snow White. How many Yule goats are now? I am literally just looking up the answers for this just to get through it. Otherwise, I would probably be here all day stressing out over these questions. Oh! Damn it, I pressed the wrong... Okay, there are 10... So this is what I get for pressing the buttons too quickly. Okay, the rabbit wants it on a Sunday. There is not a reindeer on the carousel. The ice skates belong to Snow White. And for the Yule goats, it's actually 8 of them. I got it wrong because I pressed the buttons too quick. Woo! Prize! Prize of stuff and things. Okay. So I'm pretty sure the thing with the... the lamppost thing, that's just a bring the... bring the gems of those colours. Right, I need to go and make the hot chocolate. Because also I have the fountain as well to do. With the extra ones. Oh, did I not get the thing? Oh, okay, the math, that's fine. Yes, go and retrieve Jocelyn Jericho. I need to find a picnic blanket so I can get the cocoa beans. 'Cause I need these cocoa beans. No, there's a... I'm actually making specific hot chocolate. Because there's 2 tasks in this that involve making hot chocolate. Which, you know, I'm not mad about. I'm not bad about it. I just need to double check. Where's the sign? Where's the sign? I need the sign. I need the sign. I need the sign. Oh, okay, mint. I nearly made cherry. That would have been bad. I should have remembered. Mint Monday. Okay. Festive mint hot cocoa. So I can hopefully go and dig up a thing, even though I know where to dig already. Right, now I just need to find a rabbit. I need to find the rabbit that was running around over here. Where did they go? I don't know. So I need to find them. Because I have to dig here, but it's not going to let me dig here until I get the thing from the rabbit telling me to dig here. Where's the rabbit? Aha! There is the rabbit. Hey, rabbit. I'm coming hot chocolate for you. Okay, I need to ask another question. How does the stream look? Because I am getting quite a few notifications from Streamlabs saying that I'm like dropping frames, or like frames are being skipped. But obviously I can't see very much from my end because I'm having to work with a very small screen here. So I can't actually... See? I knew that's where I had to go. Yeah, it's weird. Literally, it's just given me... Like, I've had nearly 20 notifications about frame issues. And it is utterly bizarre. See, now I can dig here. See, this is part of the reason why after I've... Because I need to take my laptop in to get serviced. Once I've done that, I think my next step is going to be definitely getting a second monitor. Right. Now I'm pretty sure with the street lamps, I just need... Yeah, so I just had to double check. I can go back home and grab all this stuff, but it has to be shiny gems that I used. But yeah, I just wanted to see because it was... Because that's it. So yeah, this will be... So the first thing I'll be getting the laptop serviced. And then it will be second monitor. Or even like a second, just a second screen. Because right now I'm having to use, I'm not going to use my phone. And it's not the biggest of screens, obviously. And obviously I have to keep looking down and up and up and down. So if I can, that's going to be the next thing. I'm hoping that with it being my birthday soon, that I can sort of gently persuade family to help with that. But yeah, I just keep getting so many... Because I can see part of the Streamlabs screen. I can see a little part of it. Like, I can see the timers running, I can see the mic levels, and I can see, like, the little notifications at the bottom of the screen. Doom! It is Doomus Hippias! Exploder of things. How are you? Well, I had to be a grown-up today. I would not recommend it. I would like to opt out of being an adult. Would not recommend. 0 stars, would not recommend being an adult. No, because in my grand scheme of things to never have to put up with the Department of Work and Pensions as regularly ever again, I have, and this is where I've been like proper grown up. I've been looking into going self-employed. Not like streaming, obviously, 'cause it's like... But yeah, I just finding something, because obviously because one of the things with me is obviously, unfortunately, with this eye condition, that can limit what I can potentially do. You know, I have to be realistic about that. You know, I do have to be realistic over that. It's like, I mean, I'm going to the opticians tomorrow to actually see what my possible like options could be from their point of view. But I mean, I'm being realistic here. It's like I have no central vision in my left eye. That's not going to change. I can't change that. There is literally nothing I can do about that. And you know, the chances are, as I get older, it's gonna get worse. Because that's just the nature of this condition. You know, that is just the nature of this condition. And it's something I'm gonna have to live with for pretty much the rest of my life. And yeah, there's not much I can do to change that. Oh, what I got prizes. What have I got? Ooh, a taupe coat. Let me see. Let me see what this looks like. 'Cause I do like the red one. So let's see if the taupe one's any better. Is it gonna show me what it looks like? Probably not. So I'm just gonna have to equip it and be done with it. I don't actually... Oh, okay, the top one's kind of cute. I actually don't have Pip. Because that's the other option, is not going completely Pip, because I have a big objection to that. Well, not to the whole thing itself, but rather the system of it. But there is like a middle ground. There's almost like a sort of not quite a full Pip thing, but I think it would basically be get myself classified as like a limited capacity. Right, I don't think we're going to get any more Nightthorns, because they tend not to spawn back in once you've got rid of them. I can go and have a look for some gems, though.
I'm 10 times the King Mufasa
Actually,
was.
let me sell these off, and then I'll make up the appetizers, and then I can just use those rather than having random food items.
Whoa! Great to see you!
But yeah, the idea of going self-employed is basically find a way to combine this and my writing into one marketable package. I forgot how many of these I'm meant to make. Ah, okay. Kind of, yeah. It would be like, because that's what I was kind of talking about, because I was like chatting with this advisor, because I've been referred to this program. It's one's helping me with like the sort of Scottish Game Grumps. Depends on the game. But yeah, it's just sort of working with a couple of different people, and that's what the meeting was. My meeting was today. Was to sort of look at how that would work with what I already do. You know, because I already do like the news writing, and obviously because I do this, sort of if I could find a way to do that, and then because it was talking about someone, and I can't believe I'd actually never thought of doing this, was say if I obviously with like doing this, like playing this game, like okay, maybe write a piece about, you know, tips for new players.
Oh, the valley is coming along nicely.
Yeah, and this thing, I mean, there's, because it's something that it actually came up in a conversation about something else. Mono stereo audio. Which is something I never actually considered an accessibility feature, but now when you actually look into it, it is. The idea that you only have the audio playing on one side. And you sort of think, well, that's perfect if you've, you know, that's a great little feature. Well, I'm not gonna say it's perfect, 'cause it's not. Nothing is. But that's a great feature if you've got limited hearing in one ear. Because then you can just, you can work it around that, so you can still get the full audio from the game. And you're not missing out on it because, you know, if you're stuck in the stereo audio. I mean, I'll do it sometimes because, well, right now I'm sitting with my headphones on, but I've only got one side on, so that I can hear if sort of someone's coming in the room. Plus, it's also to make sure I'm not talking too loud. And again, that's how I sort of started thinking about, you know, what could I write about? And it's like, yeah, okay, games I didn't finish. Which is actually, there's a question for you, Doom. Games that you started but not finished. The partnership thing, I think I would want to leave things like that until I'm more settled. I know I've got a bit of kind of momentum on my side. So many games, yeah. Because as I was saying earlier, there were three that immediately popped into my head. Battletoads, out of sheer frustration. Borderlands, because of my, not so much aversion, but my tendency to not play first person because I'm not very good at it. And The Witcher 3, just because I couldn't really connect with it, and I kind of gave up on it a little bit. Don't tell Spoony. I gave up on The Witcher before you could get to Gwent. Yeah, and sometimes that is the thing. I mean, there are definite games that I do find it more. I find it more fun to watch people play them than I probably have playing them myself. The Resident Evil ones. They're... Yeah, I mean... There is that, and then... But then, you know, I mean, you know me, I'm a big Assassin's Creed girl, and most of the protagonists, particularly in the earlier games, are men.
Must everyone here be so... And now what's the word? Nice.
You know, it wasn't until Syndicate, really, that you get any decent time playing as a female protagonist. And even then, it's a shared... You know, you've got dual protagonists. Because there are some parts... I mean, you can play through most of the game as Evie, but there are some parts you have to do as Jacob. There's no avoiding that. There are some parts you have to do as Jacob. I wish we got more with Aya in Origins. Obviously, that was originally the plan. But then executives said no. Because you probably know that, don't you, do? About the original plan for the story for Origins. Yeah. I kind of figured you would know. You probably knew before I did. Although, Ubisoft have got a lot more to worry about right now. Because you'll have seen the news about their... what they've dubbed their reset. Them cancelling the projects and closing studios and... Yeah, it already hasn't. Since that reset, I mean, when was that? Was that Thursday or Friday? Was that like Thursday night, Friday morning that was announced? I'm trying to think of when that was. I want to say it was last Thursday. But it could have been Wednesday night, I don't... But yeah, since then, the place that's immediately hit them was the share price. They lost over 30% value. And now the share prices are at a 15-year low. And that's just happened in a few days. And I'm sure there was a thing that even more cuts and layoffs are coming.
So, you're in charge.
If they haven't already happened yet. Chances are they've already happened, and then that's not to mention the fact that, well, I say fact, it's rumour at this point, because there's very little trace of an actual, like, paper trail for this. Like an actual court filing, but there were rumours that a former lead on Assassin's Creed, on a couple of Assassin's Creed games, was actually going to be suing Ubisoft after what happened with him getting fired. Because the company line was he left, and then... But there's now chatter that that's not the case, and he was actually fired. But again, this is all alleged. I don't I haven't actually been able to check if there's any, like, official court documentation yet. Because I think it would depend on, what studio the dev was actually at, because then that would depend on where... Yeah, exactly. You know, that's impacting his future, if that is the case. Because apparently from what I was able to sort of read up on it, if the suit has been filed, the likeliest place would be for it to be Canada. With Ubisoft Montreal.
One could get lost here in the best
Ah,
possible
that's...
way.
Those two missions that come up, they're perfect because they're actually aligned with each other. Take you to the ball, it's pumpkins. Now, are the pumpkins I planted actually ready to harvest? The map will tell me. No, but I can check up on them anyway. But yeah, when I saw the news about the Ubisoft share price, it was like, oh, ow.
Wonder what Goofy's up to.
And for it to happen that quick as well, it's like that's a definite message. You can definitely say, you know,
Sorry to bug you, but I need a little help.
it's a very clear message to send. Right. Okay, I've actually not long since watered those, so I don't know how long it'll be until they're ready, but yeah. And I suppose, you know, that's the thing that would also show up the quickest, because it is so like immediate and changeable, that would be the first sort of sign as to a wider reaction. Because with something like this, you would expect it would take a hit, you know, it's not great news, and it's sort of piling on top of a lot of bad news anyway. But, so you would expect, you know, you would have expected a little bit of a drop, but for the drop to be that big, that quick... Eee. Let's just say I would not want to be in their shoes right now. I would not want to be in their shoes right now. Because that's going to be a tough thing to explain in the board meetings. You know, that's not something that just can be sort of brushed off. Yeah, and this thing, I don't know. And then there is also the question, it's like, okay, if they do jump ship, where do they go? That is the other thing, it's like, where do they go? because, you know, so many of their friends and peers are in the same boat in other studios. You know, it's not as if that can be avoided either. And then you have things happening outside of, like, sort of, you know, what's just happening in the world. Having an impact. I mean, there's what I was talking about on Friday with Spoonie about the, you know, Resident Evil Requiem not getting a collector's edition. Or not, you know, in the sense that that previous installments have had them. And, you know, that being kind of pinned, rightly or wrongly, I think more rightly than anything else, on the impact of the tariffs. I suppose I should go and do the restaurant before I forget to do it again. But yeah, it does, it's a funny place. The world. You know? Sometimes you just sort of look at things and go, is this the world that we live in? Yeah, this is the darkest timeline, this is the bad place, this is... And all those ones. Good grief. And we're not even out of January yet. This is the thing. We're not even out of January.
I think I'm gonna sleep well tonight.
Because again, this is another one I was thinking about, because I travel a lot on buses, so I have a fair bit of time to think about random stuff. And it's like, the first half of January this year, I mean, last year January felt like 5 years. January last year just dragged on and on and on and on and on. It I don't know what that was about. But this January, for me anyway, it seemed to start off okay. You know, I was making progress in some things. You know, I wasn't, like, terribly ill. You know, I was just a sort of, like, regular post-holiday kind of ache. I know, there was a good kind of pace to the year, and then it seems like the last week or so, January has just ground to a halt. It's like, nope. Nope, not doing this. And now it's gonna feel like forever. There's just a 2 in here. It's fine. Yeah, and this the thing is, last year was the first time I yeah, probably because it is your birthday month. See, this is interesting because I have a couple of other friends who were born in January. So, you know, it would actually be an interesting thing, you know,
Hi.
with it being like your birthday month, does it? Because I kind of feel that way with February. But then I sort of put that down to, well, February's short anyway. So, of course, it's gonna feel quick. It's short. Now I am thinking, it's like, does the month of your birthday feel different, like, sort of time flow wise? But no, I never really felt the January drag until, let's say, last year. Last year, it did feel a bit... Again, maybe that could be because of outside circumstance, because, like, you know, I was quite ill for most of January. So maybe that's what made it feel slow.
I wish all my friends could see this place.
I don't know. The world is weird. The world is weird. Time is a wibbly wobbly ball of stuff. And... yeah. Don't really know what else to say. I genuinely don't. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Right. Oh, I need to grab the thing. The shiny gems. And go back and do the lamppost things. Right. Because there is also a weird aspect from because
I'm happy to see you.
I have a bit of a thing about my birthday. Oh, they both... oh, that's why it only came up as 2 things, because they both wanted it. They both wanted the same thing. That's on me. I was thinking, hang on, just do people want to... oh,
Is there anything I can help you with?
So... Yeah, with me, I've never been that fussed about celebrating my birthday. Mainly because I don't think I'm actually worth celebrating. So, you know, I've sort of had that hang up about my birthday for quite a while.
Hi.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like, it's trying to get that mindset, 'cause it's like, I really don't have it. Because there's...
We'll talk more soon, okay?
I don't know if I've shared with you and Spoonie what I tend to call myself sometimes. It's a phrase that massively annoys my mom when I say it near her, to the point where she actually wants to like throw things at me. She gets annoyed. But I quite commonly call myself spare parts with a pulse. I really don't have a lot of self-esteem or self-confidence at all. Yeah.
I hope Max is doing okay without me.
I need to make a quick note of something. Yeah, it's just that sort of... It is that sort of thing of like... I mean, there was a point where I was almost like, right, I don't want there to be any record that I even existed. Like, the brain gremlins can be quite a lot. Right, are those things ready yet? No. No, they're not. Okay, how come I can move the camera but not my oh, what is going on? There we go, it's just... Okay, I've got a bit of lag. Yeah, I maybe need to go and see the computer guy. I might need to go and see my computer guy, which it's a mixed bag, you know, because that generally means, you know what, I have to be without my laptop. It's gonna cost me, but on the plus side, the computer guy I know has 2 very adorable dogs.
Sweet dreams.
He has very adorable dogs that he likes to have sitting in,
Wow.
that tend to sit in the window of his
Should
shop.
see this place.
Because he has like a little waiting area by the window of his shop. And when there's no one sitting in the waiting area, his dogs like to sit there. And they are adorable. So it's like, yeah, computer repair bill, but dogs. Yeah, shop pets are great. But yeah, it's these two little spaniels. They're so cute. And they just sit there completely chill. I was like, well, I love dogs anyway, so. It's like, I can't remember when it was, but there was that trend of like people showing like guard dogs going, going like full rage mode. Or like when sort of police dogs are training to do like the attacks and stuff. And then it just cut to someone just randomly sitting, looking at the screen, and it's like, you just know that somewhere watching these videos, there is some white girl going, "Aw, puppy." That is me.
It's a pretty special feeling.
I am that white girl that sees a dog and instantly goes, "Aw, puppy." It doesn't matter if it's like a little teacup dog or something massive, like a Mastiff or a Cane Corso or like a Wolfhound or something. I'm just like, puppy. See, I don't mind cats, but cats don't seem to like me very much. It was easier to explain off when I was younger because I still had dogs. But yeah. I mean, I still think cats are cute, but they just don't seem to like me very much. Welcome back, Lamath. Yeah. Jerry had a lot of things to say, though. And as you will probably know better than I, not all of it good. Not all of it good. Oh, for damn sure. Although, I am wondering now. Because I know, you've been a wrestling fan a lot longer than I have. Are you tempted by the Attitude Era, sort of Monday Night War era editions for 2K26? Because obviously, because they weren't my fandoms, I wasn't... It's the only thing making me... Wow, okay. Because I'm the opposite. It's like... Because that's not, like, my fandom era... Because obviously, I only came in sort of late... Like, sort of mid to late 2017. So I kind of missed all that. I mean, obviously, I was aware of it growing up. I mean, I was a kid in the 90s. How could I not be aware of it? It's like kid in the 90s who hung around with a bunch of guys who watch wrestling, and also had 2 older brothers. So it's like I was obviously aware of it. But yeah, I didn't really become a fan until, let's say, late 2017. So I kind of missed all that. So that side of it doesn't appeal to me. But yeah, I did just sort of wonder, because that
I
is,
tell
like you see,
Grimsby about
that's
this place,
your...
He's never gonna believe me.
That's your era. You know, is that... Or was that going to be enough of a hook for you to be interested in the game? And, well, judging by your answers, it is. So... Uh...
You know, I really like the folks around here.
I hope my time here brings honor to my family.
Just get all that. Yeah, sorry about the ad. I didn't hit snooze quick enough. So that's on me. Sorry. Oh, the James, I keep forgetting to do it. Right, I just need to go... Right, I'm gonna go do this before I forget to do it again. But yeah, I was sort of wondering, it was like, would that... You know, how much of a hook would that be for fans of that era to maybe buy the game? And yes, going by your answers is like, well, that's a pretty big hook. That would be a pretty big hook. So for the okay, so to expand on that, yeah. I can understand that, you know, that sort of getting a bit more control over stuff like that. But okay, so I'm going to ask you, as someone who's, you know, like, is a fan of that era, and also you've played more hours in the 2K games than I have, because I've kind of gone in and out. Yeah. I mean, I wonder what the ad campaigns are going to be like for those editions. So yeah. So going with that, so if you were to do, I'm trying to think of like the sort of the categories to ask about this, because it would be, for you as a fan of that era, what would be like this particular moment or this particular event or wrestler has to be there for it to properly be like say with the Monday Night Wars, it's like, right, what key points for you would have to be there for, and sort of key figures for it to truly be the Monday Night Wars? Besides, obviously, Sting beating everyone up. Yeah, I did. I mean, my brain immediately went to DX in the tank. By torch. It's just Haku. Thing is, Haku could beat up everybody now. That man is terrifying. Yeah, so see, we definitely have DX on the tank. But yeah, so what points would you have there? Because this begs the question, and it's another one, and it's something I have kind of looked into as well for something else. Man of 1004 hole, yeah. Do they include Vince? Because obviously, for the past little while, he's been kind of scrubbed from the footage that they've used in the showcase modes. You know, he's either been obscured as much as possible, or he's just been carefully edited out. So, with it being that era, do we actually see his face again? Or hear his voice? What am I doing? Oh, I went in. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I'm being such a div today. I don't think my coffee has ever kicked in today. I was kind of joking around with the guy in the meeting. It was like, the next time we meet, should we do it in the afternoon? Cause these morning meetings, our brains just turn to mush. It's like the coffee has not kicked in. It's like we are no good. We are negative nabdy. Right. So let's just see what I need. Okay, so I need 12. I need to go back in and get 12 gems. Because I did actually look up a guide that said it does have to be shiny. That's why I didn't take the regular gems I had in the inventory. It has to be the shiny ones. So if I remember rightly, there was definitely a yellow one in there. You'd imagine it'd be yellow, blue, green and red. I can't see it being purple because there's not enough. Because I think that I'm just trying to think. Yeah, because yellow, blue, green, and red. There's multiple gems it could be. Okay, then Lamath, here's one for you. Monday Night Wars Showcase. What's in it? What do you think will be there? Not necessarily what you want to be there, but what do you think they're going to include in that mode? If they do have it in that, because I don't actually know the details of the. I'm just assuming that there's going to be something. But if there was, that showcase mode for that time period. Right. Red. Yellow. And blue. Now what? I think I only need 3 of each. Transfer that back over. I'll take 4 just in case. And then I can put the rest back. Because I'm sure they said we were getting a few more details on the game tonight, were we not? On Raw. Because am I right in thinking that tonight's Raw's in your time zone? And then, because SmackDown's in Saudi. Yeah, there's a Netflix edition of 2K25. Nice. Right, where's... So yeah, Raw's back in your time zone. And then... SmackDown is... I know this week's SmackDown's in... Oh no, don't play last week's one. Yeah, because this week's one is... Yeah, this week... It's on at 5 o'clock! Good God! Favorite WCW wrestler was Johnny B. Bad. Can't remember. But no, I was just wondering, it's like, because we're meant to be getting more information on the game. So it's like... So I'm kind of interested to see what you guys think will be part of that. Because I don't really know, because that time period is not my era. As I was saying before, I was aware of it. I mean, how could I not be? But I wasn't, like, actively watching. So yeah, I was just sort of wondering what components there would be. Yeah. Yeah. You would imagine Heenan would have to be included. Right. Go and do this thing before I forget to do it for about the 5th time tonight. Yeah, Bischoff's one. See, I'm trying to think how that would work as a game mechanic. Because that could actually be a fun little thing if they can make it work. Ah, okay, yeah. Because would that be around about the same time as Rock and Sock, or was that a different time period? Let's see, my knowledge of that era is not great. Oh, it's pre-Rock and Sock. Okay. First one, the title, Bishop announced it, then everyone in October it's here. Oh, started downfall of WCW. Okay. So that definitely comes under key moments. For sure. I still remember putting in that the 84 weeks question in the trivia one time about it. Because I sort of thought it's like, surely that's the kind of question that everyone's gonna get right. But then there still was that little bit of doubt. It's like, I have expected people to put the wrong answers just for a laugh. But no, actually, it was this name. Okay. Was that a real person, or are you just making that up? That does not sound real to me. That does not sound real. So no matter how many times I'm reading it, it's like, oh, okay, that was the last one. Yay! That does not seem real to me. That seems like you're slightly taking the piss. Right, actually, how many of... There's no way they were real. Alright. 10 cherry, 15 blueberry. Okay, so I've done the cherry. I need 3 more blueberry. Right, so I need 3 blueberry, and then I can start on the mint. Because that mint's gonna take a while, especially if I can only do like 4 or 5 at a time. If I can do a couple now as a bit of a head start, then... Right, 2 down, 18 to go. I'm gonna have to look that. There's no way that's a real. Oh my god, it is. I did not think this guy was real. Well, according to this, and this being Wikipedia, he retired in 2016. I still can't believe that was genuinely a thing. Like, that was an actual wrestler. I genuinely thought that was a piss take. I did genuinely think that was a piss take. But the thing is, you know, it's Wikipedia, so take it with a bucket of salt. And I mean, you know as well as I, the whole thing with wrestling retirements. It's like, how many have actually managed to stay retired that have not had to do it for medical reasons? You know, how many retirements have stuck outside of medical reasons?
Oh, sorry to bug you, but I need a little help.
Right, have these pumpkins.
Hey, got a minute?
I'm waiting for this to. I'm waiting for the lag to stop so I can have a look at the map and it'll let me know if my pumpkins have finished growing yet. Ah, they have! They have. Yeah. I think as well there is that sort of big thing. I mean, obviously now it's going to be a lot easier. I say easier. A lot more plausible that you'll get wrestlers retiring not for medical reasons because, you know, medical science has improved. And all this, and
I hope Boo's doing okay.
but you know, it is a thing that when a wrestler retires, it's like you want them to go out on their own terms. You know, if they want to leave the sport,
My,
then
the valley is looking splendid, my
you know, if it's their choice, then, you know, who the hell am I to argue with that? I mean, I haven't got a leg to stand on in arguing either way.
I'm surrounded by fools.
But yeah, it's like, you want them to... Or you would hope that they would be able to retire on their own terms. But I suppose, yeah, there is that sort of element of... sort of thinking long term as well. It's like, right. The sort of toll it would take on you, especially if you've been doing it for a long, long time. And again, with like the way wrestling has evolved, wrestlers are able to have longer careers than they would have had, you know, maybe, you know, 15, 20 years ago. I mean, you look at...
Whoa!
I mean, well, there's a prime example, Javon Evans. Javon Evans could easily have, you know, barring some absolute catastrophe, he could easily have a 20-plus year career. Easy. Yeah, because as well, I think of oh right, he'd been retired for a little bit, and like I said, this was kind of just before my time. But Ultimate Warrior goes in the Hall of Fame, appears on Raw, and what, a couple of days later he's gone. I mean, alright, that's a kind of a sort of extreme example, because that was literally only a few days. I mean, and then, again, appearing on TV and then a few days later, Bray Wyatt. Like, when that went through, when the news about Bray came out, I don't think I've jumped on wrestling Twitter that quick. You know, I was going straight to every, like, wrestling account and wrestling source I could think of to try and see if it was a wind-up. Because you still have those moments where it's like, you don't expect it. And... oh, there was that sort of extra thing with Bray, because we're a similar age. It was on Raw the Monday night, yeah. I couldn't remember if it was like the next day or like the day after. But I just, because it's like, I remember seeing the clips of like him, you know, so doing the Hall of Fame induction. He was in the ring with like everybody wearing like the masks with his face paint on them, or like he was wearing a mask with his face paint. Yeah, and then literally it was just like like see literally the day after.
Not like Beast's castle.
But it's okay. So here's one for you. What are parts? Again, with this, it could be Monday Night Wars or the sort of Attitude Era as a whole. What are the parts you hope don't turn up? Okay. Right. How many more? I did the one task. Good grief. Okay. Let me rattle through some of these. Some of these daily tasks pretty quick. Right. One of them was changing the outfits. I think what I'm going to do... Let me change these so it's a bit... Because I think that pattern there, it doesn't... Because it doesn't work... It's not a similar pattern to the coat. It looks a little strange. So... the gala trousers kinda work. Okay, plain brown. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Just plain brown. Okay, that counts. Good. Okay, take a picture with a companion. Sell 5 fruits. 3 fish in the forest of valor. 3 decorations of forgotten lands. Okay, picture with a companion. That one's easy. Yeah, I think I know what's causing it to slow down. Cause I'm trying a thing where as I'm streaming, it's recording. I wanted to see how that would work. And I think that is what's slowing it down. Because it's trying to do all of this at once. I think that is what's slowing it down. Because I wanted to try the record thing. I also have the dual format option. But I didn't want to do both at the same time. Okay. Do I have any fruits? Yes, I do. I only need to sell 5 of them, so that's fine.
How's it going?
Sell all 28 of them. Okay. Gain 500 coins. Well, that's going to be easy. I could just sell some more stuff.
Howdy.
I just need to get it over 500. There we go.
Oh.
Okay. Pet a companion. Where my little baby go? Where my little baby? Pet a companion. Prepare Kapamaki. I'm just looking at the last ones as they come in, seeing what the new ones are. Okay. Okay, let me filter this out. I don't know why I put fish and seafood. Okay. Did I go past it? Gammon. Oh, Tekamaki. I thought it was. It is. It is. Do I know how to make that? Do I even know how to make that? I do. So why did it... Okay. Why did it skip? How could it not turn up then? Is it a gift for anyone? Because then that'll... Oh, it is. That's actually quite handy. Right. There we go. Made the right one this time. Okay. Harvest Olaf's no, that's carrots. I'm definitely not getting any more night thorns because you tend to get like one batch per session. But at least I was able to clear one of them. Right. Blueberries are over here. Ah, I need to check the routine duties because I got some new ones. Okay, I still need to mine more diamonds, but that's something I can work on. Right, let me actually have a look because I'm onto the bonus rewards now. Okay. Yeah, I need to get 4 of the rewards from here before it'll let me know how much these are. That's what I'm hoping to get because I do kind of want to redesign the plaza a little bit. I kind of want to redesign. I kind of want to redo it. Right, but that is going to be a problem. That is going to be something for future me to deal with. Because I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna end it. Because I need to see if it's the recording element that's causing it to dip as much. Because, let's say, Streamlabs has been going nuts. With the notifications. Where's my mouse? Okay, for some reason my mouse is not working. I don't use the touchpad. Okay, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. is I'm actually gonna like call it here, I think, because I really need to see if the thing put it on that screen. So yeah, that was that. That didn't feel too bad actually. Let's say I wanted this to be a kind of tester thing to see how I would feel about streaming on a Monday again. I don't think this went too bad. I think because I was able to sort of focus on the game and things like that. Right. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up. I'm not gonna raid. I'm not gonna raid today. Yes, you truly button here in Resita. Saul's Doom. But yeah. Great. Now I have to figure out why my mouse is not working. Yippee! My mouse is not working. Is it gonna work now? There it is. There it is. My mouse is working again. Woo! Good, because I like this mouse. It's a good mouse. Yeah, I don't know if... Because so far, I have had so many notifications off Streamlabs about dropping frames. Or, like, skipping frames. Like, I think I'm pushing, like, 60 notifications at this point. So, I think it is running the... possibly running the record at the same time. So yeah, probably not doing that again. It's a handy feature, but... Cause it probably means I don't have to sit and wait for it to download. But yeah, so thank you everyone for coming in. I hope this has been entertaining. If it hasn't, I hope you find someone that does entertain you, which is probably Doom. Doom's way more fun than me, trust me. I know this. And yeah. See, you laugh, but I am right. You are far more entertaining than me. Plus, cat. You also have added bonus of cat. I do not. I have no cats. Cats don't like me. Yeah, cats are always a bonus. I think it's always a bonus when you get a stream and they've got like a cat cam. Get back. Yeah, that's kind of been my mindset, and I was like, right, I'm just gonna do it. It's like I have the time. I have a backlog of stuff to do in these games. I'm just gonna do it. We took a phone. Yes. Oh my god, yes. Is this you trying to actually be a Disney princess? Like, seriously. Yes, cat streams. You're gonna be like a Disney princess with all the cats. If I'm about to be Disney princess. Same. Definitely the same. Although I wouldn't mind Merida's archery skills. I wouldn't mind that. Right. Well, I hope everybody's rest of their day, wherever their time zones and is going okay, and that those who are stuck in bad weather stay safe and look after themselves. And just that everybody looks after themselves in general. You know, you want to look after yourself. But yeah, so at this point, I'll probably do another stream this week. Oh, I ain't sleeping for another few hours yet. It's the go home roll for the Rumble. I ain't sleeping for a few hours yet. But yeah, I'll either be back Wednesday or Thursday. Probably doing more Dreamlight Valley, although I have been looking through the catalogue to see if there's any more, to see what other quick sort of like smaller games like Operator and Strange Horticulture and stuff like that I already have, so that I can kind of play through some more of those. Because I will say, the Operator was pretty fun. Strange Horticulture was fun. I'm intrigued now with the different endings of Strange Horticulture. Because I only got like one of the endings. Right, I'm waffling. I need to go. I need to probably go and make myself a cup of tea or something. Ooh, snack. Ooh, snack. Yes, snack is good. Right. I shall bid you adieu until next time. Love you. Bye. Bye.